It's 8:18, Wednesday, the 8th of April. Sonia Watson with you on Breakfast until 10 o'clock this morning. We've been reflecting on Boris Johnson, who's spent a second night in intensive care, but is in a stable condition, so hopefully on the road to recovery. But while he is in hospital at the moment, Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab is in charge. How much do you know about him? Did you know that Dominic Raab is a black belt in karate? There you go. These might come in useful for that pub quiz when the pubs are open and we're eventually allowed to go back to the pub quiz. He's a black belt in karate. But you didn't know that. So how fit do you have to be a black belt in karate? And how hard is it to get to that level? Well, I have no idea. But Jane Naylor-Jones, a senior instructor at Chelmsford Karate Club, might well do. Hiya, Jane.
Morning. How are you?
I'm all right. You okay?
Yes, good, thank you.
So I suppose no karate classes at the moment, or are you doing them online?
We're doing them online via Zoom. It's been absolutely brilliant.
Oh, that's good.
I have to say I'm absolutely blown away. I mean, my husband and I have had to learn how to do an online class very quickly because it's very different to teaching in the dojo with your students and getting, immediate feedback. But, for the most part, everybody's absolutely loving them. They love seeing their friends online. They love, being able to continue their karate training, because if they don't, they're going to lose a bit of muscle memory. They won't be ready for a grading when we get back. All of those things, they need to practice. They need to remember. So we've been doing online classes pretty much with our own schedule that we have when we train at Dovedale's. And we've been adding some extra challenges and a quiz night, and today we're doing a book reading for some of the younger kids and lots of different things. So the kids are loving it.
That's really good. My daughter does ballet, and we've been doing a similar thing online, and I've been trying to do it badly alongside her, because it is, as you said, it's really important to keep up with the practice, isn't it? Because goodness knows how long this is going to go on for. So Dominic Raab is a black belt third dan. Now, I don't know enough about karate, but I do know that's probably pretty good. What does that actually mean?
Well, first of all, karate is excellent for the body and mind, and our club that has been in Chelmsford for over 50 years. We belong to an organisation called the KUGB, and we've seen a lot of people achieve their black belt over the years. Getting a black belt takes years of hard work, dedication, and commitment, and can be achieved in about 3 or 4 years if you train 3 to 4 times a week. So, first of all, kudos to anybody who gets a black belt. But it's not just about knowing the techniques. It's constant study. There are more katas or forms to learn as you go along. And it's not really about the fitness either, because anybody can do karate. In Japan, I saw a wonderful video the other week about older people sitting in chairs doing karate.
Wow.
So they're keeping up their training and keeping up their learning, but because their knees or their hips may not be so good, as with, many older people, they can still practice the art they love, and they're still learning. My husband's recently been, nothing's recent, is it?
No, it seems like an age. Last month seems like an age ago.
What happened to Brexit?
Yeah, it's a distant memory now. Yeah.
My husband last year was teaching somebody who was desperate to learn in a wheelchair.
Wow.
So anybody can do karate. It's not the doing of karate. It's not about fitness, although from the looks of him, he's kept himself very fit. But I would say that the life skills that karate teaches, things like hard work, dedication, focus, commitment, respect.
Yeah, it's quite a lot of other skills, isn't there?
Absolutely.
Is black belt the highest that you can get to then, Jane? And then what does the third dan, what does that mean? What is the top level of karate then?
Well, first dan, shodan is a black belt, which most people, whether they're, physically adept or not, can achieve over time. What happens is, it's like, I always equate it to, climbing up a ladder or climbing up a wall. You'll climb up a ladder and you'll get to the top of the ladder and you think wow, I'm here, I've achieved it. And then there's another ladder and you have to keep working and working.
Gosh.
So between a first dan, in our organisation, the Karate Union of Great Britain, there are 2 years of study between first and second dan.
Wow.
3 years of study between second and third dan. 4 years of study between, and and it goes on. And when you get to the grade my husband and I are at, which is 5th Dan, there are then 8 years of study before you can go for your 6th Dan. So it can take a long, it's a lifelong study.
Well, I think
Andy Sherry is a 9th Dan, and he's the fittest 76-year-old you would ever imagine in your life.
That is amazing. Jane, it's been fascinating talking to you. That's Jane Naylor-Jones, Senior Instructor at Chelmsford Karate Club there, telling us about the benefits of karate, what skills it can teach you, how many years you have to spend learning it, and a nice little bit there about the fact they're keeping going at the moment. They're keeping the Chelmsford Karate Club going with Zoom classes, so lots of youngsters still able to take part and learn. Because, of course, you don't want to get rusty, do you, with some of these skills? So there's a little bit of info about Dominic Raab for you.